Welcome to video number 2. If you haven't seen video number 1 on this masterclass series of starting a proper business the right way for photographers, for videographers, then that is linked down below the entire playlist. And you can start from the top, work yourself all the way down. You're going to have all the necessary components, necessary instruction that you need to have a successful business. If you've seen video 1, you know that we talked about picking a name and picking your .com and your social media. And then we asked, is a website necessary? The answer was yes across the board. Absolutely yes. So in this video, we're going to talk about your website, what is needed. And I'm treating this like we are sitting one-on-one for coffee and I'm coaching you or I'm being a friend and I'm guiding you through everything. But number 1 is you can always make things perfect later on. In fact, let's talk about perfection. Perfection is not possible. Perfect is boring. Perfect doesn't make you learn or grow or anything like that. And so you want to make sure that you move forward. It's better done than perfect. And that cliche statement is there for a reason because it's absolutely true. When you aim for perfection, two things are inevitable. Number 1, you'll never reach your goal because perfection is not possible, because by the time you reach that goal, you have raised your standards and you're gonna have a new goal and you'll never get there. The second thing is perfection causes paralysis by analysis. You will sit there and you're like, okay, I could do better. I could do better. No, how about this? You know what? I'm gonna run this by 30 of my friends and family. And you know what? Number 29 didn't like us. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna start over. And you never do start over. You never do actually start. You can fix things later. And I'm really pertaining to everything across business, but today's topic is really about your website. So make your website. I'm currently going through website design myself. Also, we want to say, do we want Squarespace? Do we want Wix? Do we want WordPress? The reason why I named those three, because I feel like those three are the three biggest ones. I have experience with all three of them. And then there's a lot of other great ones too. As I said in video number 1, 99% of you will be able to benefit from any of these websites, but you gotta think about what you want. I like customer service. I like good customer service. I want to know that my email in your inquiry form, if I send one, is going to be read and it's going to be responded to. So that's why I am no longer with Squarespace. Maybe your experience would be different. And I like WordPress. There's so many different WordPress people out there, and you can really craft WordPress to fit what you need. Now let's go into your logo. Okay, we're going to talk about what your website needs a little bit later in this video, but the first thing that I want you to do is talk about your logo and your brand colors. Again, I can go super deep into any of these, and if you are interested in one-on-one consultations, I do those over Zoom, and you can record them and keep them and ask me questions directly one-on-one. We are talking live just like this about your business. But for right now, let's talk about your logo. Don't worry about your logo, and here's why. Nobody is hiring you because of your logo. And really, unless you have like a phallic gesture or something like that, nobody is not hiring you because of your logo. The logo is really, I would say, like third or fourth in line. They have to like you. They have to like your work. They have to like what you're presenting. And then if it comes down and it's like tie between you and somebody else, for whatever reason, they're like, I kind of like this logo, and they might pick you. So your logo does not matter. Now, the next one is your color patterns, and this matters way more than a logo does, because your color scheme is really like, if you think about any expensive clothing brand, you think about country flags, you think about anywhere like decor of your home, your color matters. It expresses the mood that you are going for. So in this case, there are so many colors. I obviously cannot go through it, but let's go on screen for some of the colors just to give you an example. White is excellent for wedding photographers. It's purity. So a lot of wedding photographers and wedding videographers are going to use white, and it would help you. It would really help paint that picture if you're headed in that direction. Doesn't mean you can't use white for another type of photography. We're just talking strictly about the general norm. The second one would be blue. It is very conservative. It is very trusting. There is a reason why banks and a lot of like large corporations, banks like Chase Bank, is using blue. It's about safety. It's about being conservative, and you want that when you're dealing with your money. So if you're dealing with corporations and you're doing a lot of headshots for executives, blue might be something that might benefit you. Blue or white or any other color that I'll talk about in just a second isn't necessarily going to get you the job first. But if it comes down to, a lot of these decisions are, if it's a tie between this business or this business, something about them subconsciously is going to say, you know what, I trust this one more, and I'm not sure why. It's the color arrangements. That's what works. Okay. And that's what these Fortune 500 companies use for their branding. The next one that I want to talk about is red. So if you do a lot of boudoir, you do a lot of romance and sexiness and things like that, red could benefit you. Now, red for a wedding photographer may not be the most positive aspect. Even though you could have wonderful photos, it's just we're looking at the masses right now. Green is really great if you do landscape photography, you do maybe even real estate photography, because there is beautiful landscaping to go with that. That doesn't mean that you have to use that all the time. I use a ton of green in my own branding. I'm not doing anything remotely landscapish, but I've always liked green and I want to stand by that. And so I have no problem picking green. Purple is very often used for luxury. A lot of expensive lounges and nightclubs that have that luxurious vibe, they love purple. So it's not for everybody. In fact, it's not for most people. But if that is your audience, then you want to like just really lean into that. Here's what I would advise for you to do if you're going to follow this series. Give yourself a deadline on your calendar. I would say 3 days is very fair. Sit there and look at brands. You could actually Google brands that use purple, brands that use orange, brands that use yellow, and you get to see which brands are using it, how do you like it, in a variety of different logos and branding schemes and websites, etc. And then you want to see what you want to stick with. Stick with one and then live with it. Now let's talk about the website, because we're going in order to build this powerful video and photo business, or either or. Okay, so there are several pages that your website needs right off the bat. You want to keep it simple. Simple. I'm rebuilding my website because I want to make it even more simple for people. You have to, a lot of times when people are writing for blogs, they always say, hey, make it for a 3rd grader or a 5th grader. Terribly sad, but we're averaging it out for everybody so we get the biggest audience. The same thing goes for your website. Don't assume that if you want a really detailed, tough to figure out, like really cool creative website, that everyone is going to love it. In fact, bank on most people going, what is this? Bank on most people going, I don't have time for this, and bank on most people clicking out saying, I'll get to it later, and that later never comes, and then they go and they pick someone else. I want to make sure that you're not leaving any money on the table. So these are the pages that I would say every single website needs to have. There are 3 main categories. Number 1 is you want to have a homepage or coming soon. So obviously, if once you establish your name, you saw video number 1, you go and you put a coming soon page. That allows you to talk about your business, and people check you out and they're like, oh, coming soon. That just means that they're going to excuse a lot of the mess, a lot of the crazy pages that may or may not work and may not be in the best order. They know, because as I said in video 1, we are building like a home. You're going to see 2x4s, you're going to see sheet wall, what do they call, drywall, you're going to see bags of concrete, etc. We know, because a home is being built, a business is being built, a website is being built. So you have a coming soon that's already been done. Now you have a homepage. Homepage should have that hero image or that hero video. This is the one that most people are going to love. It's the one that is like that front facing, that front cover, the packaging of everything else. So it's the one that's going to get the biggest applause from the most amount of people. And it describes the kind of work you do. Now, based off of that, based off of your color scheme and everything else, I'm going to say, you know what? I do want to dig into some of the galleries. I do want to find out more about them. So homepage is the first one. The second one that you want to have is your contact/about me page. Don't have those as 2 different pages. What a waste of time. Most of our businesses are on our phone now. So you made me read about you. Great. All right, cool. Seems like a cool person. Now I have to go find the contact page. That's another barrier to entry that is working against you, and it's actually wasting my time as a potential customer. So you tell them who you are, the about me, and then right below that you have a contact form. These 2 pages hooked up and they became one. I'm going to tell you in a second what this about me should be in just a second. The third one is you want to have 3 galleries. Gallery 1, Gallery 2, and Gallery 3, depending on what you serve. So Gallery 1 is the main service that you have. Gallery 2 supports Gallery 1. And then Gallery 3 is like a secondary type of service that you may have. For example, you do real estate videos, Gallery 1, real estate videos, Gallery 2, and then you might do real estate agent videos on Gallery 3. A quick interruption. There are a lot of communities for photographers, filmmakers, videographers that I think that they collect a lot of noise and a lot of numbers. VBA is very distinctively different, and we've made sure that it's that way. VBA, by the way, stands for Visual Business Academy, and that's my community, and it's complimentary. It is complimentary from me to you. I want to make sure that I uplift the community that has given me so much. It's on Discord, it's linked down below. But what makes it different is that we make sure that we vet every single person in there. That means we individually look at your links, we look at your website, we look at your work, and we see the kind of contribution you want to make into this community. That means you could be in weddings, documentaries, you could do motion like video and film, or you could be doing stills. But together, all of our experiences create this beautiful community where everybody wants to rise up together. That is a thread that runs through every single person, and it is led by me. I go in there, I teach workshops, we give freebies, we give templates, we give cheat sheets, and I would love to see you in there. Please click the link down below for VBA. It's a Discord, and I hope to see you in there. Before we go into what your about page should have, I want to expand more on the gallery pages. So your gallery, if you're a photographer, if you're a videographer, 5 to 6 videos, and that is it. If you can't get me in 5 or 6 videos, I'm not going to hire you. So why are you making me sit through more videos? That's going to just make me more and more frustrated. Telling you this as a friend, okay? As a photographer, you want to have minimum of 8 images, your best images that describe your work. You want to have 12 is your happy spot, like your ideal sweet spot, and 15 is your maximum. If you don't get them in that first 14 or 15 images, why on God's earth do you want to give them 25, 30 images that they're like, okay, now I'm sure not going to hire them. For video, 5 or 6, that is it. That's 5 to 6 minutes, assuming they're only each 1 minute long. And the next thing I want to tell you about your galleries is that there's 2 things at the end of each gallery. For video, for photo, there should be a contact link to your contact/about page. So if they loved your work, who is this artist? You go right there, and then the contact page is right there too. If they don't yet love your work, or they're not yet sure that they want to hire you, then you direct them to the next gallery that feeds that vision. And what I mean by feeding that vision is this, is like, okay, let's say you are a wedding photographer. Don't let them pick another gallery that might show engagement photos. No, no, no. If they're in the wedding gallery, if they're in the bride and groom or whatever, like the portrait session, and they're not yet sure, and you know that they're not yet sure because they haven't gone to your contact page/about me page, then you want to guide the next gallery that they should see, the one that you're like, okay, but this is going to close the deal. So you might send them to another wedding gallery instead of a family photo gallery. The next thing, and this is very, very vital information, my friend is Brandy Greenleaf. I love her eye. I love her opinions. And I love her as a friend too. Find yourself a friend that is mean and honest. That friend will tell you the truth because they know that your feelings don't matter as much as your success in the future. A lot of people might call them mean. A lot of people might say, God, they're so blunt. God bless those people, because I am one of those people for a lot of my friends. You want a friend that is not afraid to tell you the truth and say, you know what? I know you love this wedding photo. I think it's not your best work. Find something else. And you have to listen to these people, but they also cannot be so blunt and mean and have bad taste. Like, that's a no-go for us. They have to have a taste level that you agree with and you love and you look up to. Shout out Brandy Greenleaf if you're watching this video. Sometimes you do. By the way, if you want to learn from somebody that is honest and tells you and you like the way that I'm teaching, by now you should start looking at pricing and thinking how you want to price yourself and how you want to position yourself. My step pricing course stands for Secret to Easy Photography Pricing. And it is a pricing method and methods and the pricing psychology and worksheets and cheat sheets and everything else included in that course that I have used at the beginning of my career, and I keep making it better and better and better, and I still use it to this date. That pricing course is linked down below. I would love to see you in there and really expand on this, because how you charge is going to be how you survive. All right, now let's go into the about me/contact page. I'm going to reenact for you what a video should be. Yeah, I said video, not a photo, not a paragraph. I don't want to see something artistic. I don't want to see I don't want to see 1,000 words. I want to see a 30-second or a 45 or even 90-second video. Don't go above 90 seconds, and they get to meet you. There's a huge benefit to this. What they want to do is, can we trust you to come to our wedding? Can we trust you in our home? Can I trust you with my company? Can I trust you with my future promotion that might be on the line? So you better do your job, because I don't want to suffer. They want that chance to be a hero. Are you going to make them a hero? So the best way that you can do this is to get inside of their home, to get inside of their office, in their bedroom or their living room, whatever. And the best way for you to do this is to break that wall is to make a video. They're going to press play, and they're going to press play when they are ready, when they are in the mood. This is like genius level stuff, okay? You're going to make a video, and I'm just going to, off the top of my head, make a video. I'm going to do this. I'm going to just do it off the top of my head. And you're going to do a version of this, okay? Hey, my name is Walid. I'm so glad you landed on my contact page, my about page. Maybe you've had a chance to see some of my galleries. Maybe you haven't. If you haven't, they're there. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about me. I can tell you why I picked up my camera, but I really would like to tell you why I hold on to this camera, why I love photographing people's weddings. It's because I know that I am leaving something for future generations who aren't even born yet. I also come from a family that is very diverse. I've lived around the world. I have friends of different socioeconomic levels, religious backgrounds, nationalities, etc. So I'm very accustomed to different cultures, different customs, and I know how to put those in place. I also know that I'm representing you. You're always going to get my best, the best behavior, best dress, best performance, best photos. Anyways, I just wanted to introduce myself to you. Right below this video is a contact form. You can fill that out. I read them, I respond back, and I will get back to you within 24 hours, 48 if I'm super, super busy. I look forward to meeting you, and we can meet on a Zoom call, we can meet on FaceTime, we can meet at our local coffee shop. But I'd like to hear a little bit more about the wedding that you're having, and I want to know how I can be an important asset, a tool to a very beautiful, successful event. Okay? My name is Walid. Again, contact is all right there. Thank you so much for stopping by. That is it. I literally did that off the top of my mind. You could do that for anything, but that is better than a somewhat blurry photo of you throwing a stick at the beach. Just don't. Just get right to it. And so what I did is I let them know that I am from multicultures. My background is rich like that, and I will be on top behavior, etc., etc. So make yours that way. You are going to have the edge upon edge upon edge forever. Like literally anyone else that you're up against. You know how I said in the beginning, logos doesn't make much of a difference. Color makes a little bit of a difference. This contact page, about page is like that. That's why you should subscribe down below and make sure that you follow this playlist, because there's going to be a whole series of videos. By the way, you do want to learn more about pricing, because that is something that is essential. I mentioned step pricing earlier, but let me tell you one more thing that step pricing has. A lot of people, they're like, okay, I know I could make this much or I could make this much, but where do I even land? The quiz on the step pricing course is going to tell you, based on so many factors, I think you should land here, and wherever you land is going to be your starting point. Then I teach you how to move up from there strategically and intelligently. You got questions for me, I got answers for you. And if the questions are super, super wide and I think it can help a lot of people, then I'll turn that into a video. Put them down below, because I take a lot of pride into responding to every single person, because I just think we deserve that. Social media is supposed to be about being social. And then I'd love to see you again. So click subscribe, please click share. And at the very least, if you don't want to do any of that stuff or you've already done it, a thumbs up would be very, very much appreciated. I hope that this helps you become a much stronger, much better entrepreneur. My name is Walid Azami. My work is right there, and I will talk to you soon. Video number 3 soon.